you're about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want...
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his fifth season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Jackson's throw taken in by Slayton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. And here Charles is some of the guys that are out today. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete here. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
To throw again is Jackson. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, it's Harris. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old fact.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Ryan Knoll, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Dances by him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Able to slither by. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
No time now.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. This will be fielded inside the 5. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Faking the give, now Watson. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Again, it's Watson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson out of his hands quick to Jackson. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Watson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision. First of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Hey, you got to snap it. You got to snap it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. That is caught. It's Uzomah. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So we have come to halftime, and what's all halftime over? No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On fourth down, Watson. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Watson on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Forced out to his left. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Watson on third and goal, eluding the pressure right. Throws towards Ertz. He's got it toward the sideline. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Browns to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Jackson on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They go play action with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They'll try the right side with Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go on 4th. Watson got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
line. Here's Watson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Touchdown! DJ Chark, 51 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one at 62 yards in the air. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Harris Harris starts the drive on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try the right side with Harris. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Browns! Josh Palmer, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
This one fielded at the 5. And now out come the Bills. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On 1st and 10, Watson. Ertz has it left side. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded inside to 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, that one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, it's Watson. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Watson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. Results, 4th down.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a give, running left is Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. They run for it with Harris. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bills are going to get the football back. On 1st down, Watson. This one swung out here to Jones. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 68 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Watson now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part.